Hey guys, welcome back to the Lost Artistry Lash channel. Today we have Suzannah here from the UK and I'm gonna pick her brain a little bit. So Suzannah,
yes,
we're gonna do a little Q&A. It's gonna be really fun. I know that you guys are constantly wondering, what are your service timing expectations? So what are your service timings? How do I navigate service timings? What should I be doing? So let's hear what you do. Do you charge by the hour for your service, or what do you do?
so my service timings, they vary between 2 to 3 hours. I do charge by the hour. And what I also do to kind of save me is I give each client an extra 30 minutes, just in case. So that 30 minutes is technically free, or is it?
Or is it?
But what I will do, every service has a different time. For example, my wispy hybrid sets, they take less time in comparison to my wispy Russian set. So wispy hybrid would be 2 hours, a wispy Russian set would be 2.5 hours.
So then how much do you charge for your wispy hybrids versus your wispy volume? Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that the right name?
Yeah. So my wispy hybrids, I charge £75, and then my wispy Russians is £85 to £90. It is typically more because I'm spending more time with that client. And I'm using more products.
You definitely are using more products. So what makes it from 85 to 90? What's the difference?
The minutes.
There you go. So you do charge
minutes.
by the time.
Yeah, by the time. Absolutely. I think it's important to do that. You just want it because it's easy to break down too in terms of like how much I'm actually spending here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So obviously every client is different. So what do you do then if a client comes in and they book for a wispy hybrid and you book them for 2 hours, but they have a bajillion natural lashes?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do to get their lashes done in the 2.5 hours? Or do you extend it and ask them if they want to pay more? Or?
So what I do is typically I leave a half an hour for them, just in case that is the case, because I did find that previously when I was lashing that I would bump into someone and they would have a really long eye, and that set now another 20 minutes is added to that. So I typically do that, but you do have the cases where that 30 minutes is not enough. So I would need to explain to the client, you might want it this form. You can either extend it, you can pay extra. If I do have someone coming after, you can maybe come back and infill a little bit. That's
or
what
extend
I
the
tend to
next service?
Or extend the next service, yeah.
Do you have any tips and tricks on how someone can, because they would still leave with pretty lashes?
Yes.
So how do you, if you're only filling half the lashes or whatever, how do you make them look good without fully covering?
So I would say, again, I think this is like my number one thing that I learned, and I feel like it changed everything for me. I used to do one eye at a time, which is just no, it's not the worst thing to do. For me, it's the worst thing to do. I lash at the same time. And I make sure that I'm lashing it in sections too. So I'm not just sticking to the left side of the eye. I'm literally going inner corner, outer corner, middle. Inner corner, outer corner, middle. With that, it's easier to fill up the lashes. I don't know, do you feel like...
So evenly distributing them.
Yeah.
I do the exact same thing. I find that helps so much because both eyes always look the same. And also, on that note, I find that some people have a different lash count on one eye than the other. And sometimes if I have done one eye and then done the next, I've noticed that there can be a little bit of a symmetrical issue because some people do have more natural lashes on one side than the other.
Yeah.
So you're not worrying about any of that, and you're not worrying about timing. You're just evenly spreading them across the whole eye so that no matter what, they look done.
They're gonna look good, because I would find that when I used to stick on one side of that one eye and I'm in one section, I'm like listening to the music, I'm like enjoying myself, and then before you know it, it's like 1 hour and a half's gone, you haven't even touched the other eye.
Yeah.
So I would definitely recommend bounce between sections, bounce between eyes. It's only going to help you in terms of how symmetrical it's going to look and how full you can actually get it, or make it a pair full, you know? Yeah.
I have one little tip on that too, is always prioritize the bottom layer and the inner and outer corner. Don't leave the inner and outer corner.